Hello, my name is Kerry and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a tag video. So this is the Still a BookTube Newbie tag. It was created by Rachel Marie Book Junkie and I was tagged by Megan from Tome Infinity, so I'll link both their videos down below so you can go and check them out. Very excited as always when I actually get tagged to make a tag video, so please do tag me if you're making tag videos. I love doing them and it's always more fun if you've actually been tagged by someone to do it than just doing it for fun. So I'm just going to go straight into the questions. So question 1 is, why do you still consider yourself a BookTube newbie? Well, I've been making videos for about 6 months. I started actually making videos sort of the end of June, beginning of July it was. I remember actually it was just after my graduation. So that's less than 6 months and I have just reached 100 subscribers. So I'm still very much a small channel and it's still new to me. It's still something that I'm still figuring out a lot. So yeah, I definitely would consider myself a newbie because of that. So question 2, who were some of your greatest inspirations for joining BookTube? I can't think of any one specific. I'd been watching BookTube. I've discovered BookTube sort of around beginning of the year. I discovered BookTube around the time that YouTube changed its monetization rules, and so there was the, the Strike Back video-a-thon. So loads of people were making loads of content to sort of try and boost their subscriber count and boost their watch hours. And then I saw people talking about it on Twitter and I was like, what is this thing called BookTube and how come I've never heard of it before? So I started following a few channels then and sort of gradually built up till I was subscribing to quite a lot of people. And it crossed my mind various times that I could do it myself, but I always kind of dismissed it. It was particularly watching people do tag videos and I would always think about what would I answer to those questions that made me want to do it, but I kind of kept dismissing it. And then I found out that people actually filmed videos on their phones and posted them and I was like, oh, I can do that, because I thought you needed like all this expensive kit to be able to do it, and then I realised that actually I could just start filming on my phone, and that was quite a realisation for me. So that was the moment, and I can't remember who it was. There were various channels I think around the same time that said, oh yeah, no, I just film on my phone. So I was like, oh, so I don't need to go out and buy a load of equipment to do it, I can just make the videos on my phone. So yeah, so I'd say there wasn't any specific channels that I was watching at the time that made me think, oh yeah, I should do this. It was just sort of a culmination of a lot of great people making great videos and me wanting to join in and get to know people. Question 3 is, what surprised you most after joining BookTube? One thing that surprised me really, so the first video I made I was very nervous and I think it probably showed. I felt very uncomfortable, but actually what has surprised me is how quickly I've got used to talking to the camera and how it doesn't really faze me anymore. So that's good. I've also been surprised by how much I say and and so and but and all of these other little joiny words that pepper through my videos, and you may not notice it. You probably will notice it more now. I do tend to cut a lot of them out because they annoy me. I do try and make a conscious effort to not say them as much, but I'm not always very good at that. So if my videos are a bit jumpy, it's because I cut out a lot of times when I say between things, because it winds me up that I do that. So that's something that I am trying to train myself not to do, and it's not going brilliantly at the moment. So the other thing that surprised me is how much editing I'm doing, how long it takes me to edit videos, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I don't like it to look too unprofessional, but I'm not very good at filming. I'm not very good at talking without a script, so I tend to make quite extensive notes that I then try and follow. But if I haven't written down enough and I'm sort of trying to make it up on the spot, then it doesn't flow so well and I end up doing a lot of editing, and also I end up filming videos that are way too long and I have to cut them down a lot to make them actually to lengths that people will want to watch. So yeah, so I was really surprised by how much editing I've actually ended up doing, and it's something that I am definitely getting better at, and I think as I'm getting more comfortable in front of the camera I'm making less of these hesitating noises and so I'll have less to cut out, but it's a learning curve really. Question 4. I did it again. Question 4. What lessons have you learnt since joining BookTube? I think the biggest thing that I've learnt is, with so much in life as well, you just can't compare yourselves to others. You can't see someone else's success as a negative thing about yourself. I don't know who originally said the quote, but it was said to me by a young person I used to work with. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you're getting all het up, or if I'm getting all het up by someone else having more success than I am, then that's my issue, not theirs. Because one thing that I've noticed is some people's channels grow very, very quickly and some people's don't. And mine is one of the ones that hasn't grown massively. And I know why that is, and it's fine. It's because I'm quite introverted, so while talking to a camera doesn't faze me too much, actually social interaction does. So I'm still very new at commenting on other people's videos. I'm still very new at engaging with people on Twitter, particularly when it's people that I don't know or haven't interacted with before. I still find that quite intimidating. So the networking stuff is not something that comes very easily or very naturally to me. And I'm not a big personality, and I read a really wide range of books, so I'm not necessarily reading all the popular books. So my channel isn't necessarily that easy to find. I just have had to learn to accept that maybe my channel is going to be one that will not grow very fast, and that's fine because that's not why I'm doing it. But I do want to get to know people, I do want to make more connections. So it's finding that balance and being okay with the fact that some people have grown very quickly and I haven't. But I am starting to see more growth. I'm starting to make more friends. Even the sort of beginning stages, there are some people that I regularly interact with now, and I'm hoping that will grow as well and that we'll get to know each other better. I've had some people that have been very supportive. That's a later question, so I'm not going to mention them now. In the last week or so, there's been a bit of a conversation on book Twitter about booktubers who are 30 and over. I feel like I'm starting to sort of find my tribe, find the people that I share more commonality with than some of the other booktubers that I watch. And I love to watch the younger guys. Like, I think you're all amazing, and I've really enjoyed watching lots of a variety of different channels of different people, different ages. But there's something about age and stage. I don't have a lot of free time. I work full time. I try and have quite an active social life because I live on my own, so I have to go out and see people. So it means that sometimes I don't have time to make and edit videos. I don't necessarily always have time to engage with people on Twitter, on social media, in their comments. I don't have a lot of time to watch other people's videos, not as much as I did in the start. Since I've started making my own videos, I have less time to watch other people's videos, and that does make me sad, particularly because I'm subscribed to so many more people now, because I'm tending to subscribe back when people subscribe to me. So I'd love to be able to like sit and watch people talk about books all the time, but I just can't do it. And actually, yeah, I'm okay with that. So that was a very long answer, but the long and short of it is I've learned not to compare myself to other people and just do what I do and hope people will come along for the ride. So question 5 is, what fears do you still have about your channel? And I suppose I do worry that my channel won't grow, that I won't find people, that I won't make the friendships that I see other people have. But as I just said, I'm getting used to that idea and realising that I've just got to be myself and do what I do and read what I like reading and talk about it, and people will find me or they won't. And the people that stick around are the people that I want to stick around, the people that are really interested and want to get to know me. So yeah, so I suppose I do worry when I had a couple of months where my subscriber count didn't move at all, and that was a bit like, what am I doing wrong? But yeah, I've started to find ways to connect with people and to make friends, and yeah, I'm happy with how it's going. So 6, what kind of content would you like to create that you haven't? The main thing that I've wanted to do that I haven't got around to doing yet is comparisons of books and films. So essentially of adaptations of books. So if I read a book that I love and there's an adaptation of it, I would like to be able to do a comparison book to movie review, essentially, of some of the similarities and differences, what I thought of the adaptation, bits that they missed out that I thought they should have included, that sort of thing. And I have a few books in mind that I want to do that with, but it's just actually getting around to it. And they're books that are on my TBR that I know there are adaptations of, and some of them I found out there was a book after I watched the film. I have a mental list of books that I want to do this for, but I haven't actually read those books yet or seen the films or whatever. So that is something that I'm really hoping to do in the new year. That's one of my goals for next year, is to start doing this type of video, because I think that could be a really fun type of video and something a bit different and something that hopefully you might like to watch. Question 7. Who have been some of the greatest supporters of your channel? So I've got a few people to mention here. I've got a couple of channels, people from other BookTube channels that have been just really lovely to me and really supportive, so I wanted to shout them out. So the first one is Justin from Triumphal Reads. Justin was one of the first people to subscribe to me when I was a brand new booktuber, and he regularly comments on my videos and engages with me on Twitter and has tagged me in a few tag videos, and I just really appreciate that. He shouts me out a lot on Twitter as well, and he makes really great videos, and he also talks a lot about non-fiction, which not many people do. So if you're interested in finding out about more non-fiction books, he's a great one to watch. His channel has really been growing well recently as well. So, and he's just, yeah, such a lovely guy. So go and check him out because he's great. And another person who's been really supportive, particularly recently, is Sam from Sarcasm and Sci-Fi. She regularly shouts me out on Twitter, and I think she's tagged me in some stuff as well, and she just seems like such a lovely person, and I really want to get to know her better. So I'm so grateful that she has taken the time to engage with me. I really appreciate that, and she comments on my videos too, and yeah, she's just been lovely. And the third person is Jade J.L. Todd. She joined BookTube around the same time I did, has been growing at roughly the same pace, so that's been really encouraging to me. She's also tagged me in a few things and engaged with me on Twitter as well a little bit, and as I mentioned earlier, I've seen some people that joined around the same time I did that have just skyrocketed. Their channels have exploded and they've got hundreds and thousands and millions of subscribers, not millions, but you know what I mean. And so to see someone growing at a similar speed has actually been really comforting. Yeah, so that's been really cool. So go and check them out because they are all awesome and they make great content and all deserve so much more success. So please go and look at them. And then the final person I want to mention for this is someone who doesn't have their own channel. They do have a blog, so you should go and check out their blog. Actually, an old school friend who I'd kind of lost contact with, but we were still friends on Twitter, and her name's Inika, and she regularly comments on my videos, and we sort of got back in touch kind of through the fact that I now have a channel and we talk about books and engage on Twitter, and it's been really lovely to reconnect with her in this way. And as I say, she regularly comments on my videos. She's probably the person that's commented most on my videos, so I just want to say hi and thank you so much for watching, and it really means a lot to me that you support me in this way. So please keep watching and keep commenting, and it's so lovely to have reconnected with you, so thank you. The last question is tag your faves. There's so many people that I could mention this. I don't want to label anyone as a BookTube newbie by accident, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to list some of my favourite channels down below. So they're not necessarily newbies themselves, they're just people that I think are great and you should go and check them out. And I'll also shout them out on Twitter as well, and if any of you consider yourself to be a BookTube newbie and you want to do this tag, please do, because I'd love to hear your answers. And anyone who's watching that is a BookTube newbie that hasn't been tagged to do this tag, feel free to say I tagged you and please say hi. Connect with me on Twitter or comment down below and let's make friends. Oh goodness, I'm a sap. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to Megan for tagging me and for including me in this. Thanks to Rachel Marie for creating such a fun tag, and go check out all the people that I've mentioned, and please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you haven't. I suppose none of us that make BookTube videos do it for the numbers. We don't do it for the likes and the subscribes and the comment count or anything, but we do it because we love talking about books. But actually there's something very affirming about it when someone likes your content enough that they want to keep watching you, and that's what subscribing is. So it does mean a lot when you subscribe. So if you haven't subscribed and you have enjoyed watching my content, please think about it. As I mentioned, you can talk to me on social media. All my links for that will be down below. And that's it for today. I will talk to you again soon. Bye!